What do you mean dinner's not ready? What? What do you? I'm gonna yell in front of the kids. What do you? I'm not even yelling yet. What do you, where is dinner? Wait, the mailman. What are you talking about? What? Stop yelling. Get over here. It's better. Okay. Wait. It was recording the whole time. Ah, fuck. Hey guys, Kaioken Kite here. Wait! And looking at this baby deck here. This is the man who killed my wife, if anybody asks, especially the FBI and the police that are on their way. But don't worry, guys. Here on his front side, he's got a pretty standard effect. When he attacks, you draw a card. But big boy money is when you play this card, you get to play Planet Tuffle in your leader area. I'm gonna go over this shit after. Let's flip over to this side. Baby Spirit of the Tuffles. What a disgusting monkey. He's got Overlord. So once per turn I can place a battle card with Servant to the bottom of my deck. And then I get to draw a card. And then the card focuses in finally. I don't know why it took that long. Simple, when he attacks, draw a card. He's got an activated main where I can look at the top 3 cards. And then add 1 mono blue card with counter skill among them to my hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of my deck in any order. And then choose 1 card in my hand and place it at the bottom of my deck. And a lot of the stuff in this deck is you put something to the bottom of the deck with counter. You can play it with 4-drop that I will get into later. But if you look really closely here, you can almost see that with the full art here, his tail starts to look like his... Never mind. And we'll go with Planet Tuffle. So, 3 cost, field. Only run 1. You side deck a few if people like to do those field destroying battle cards like the Vegeta, I think Piccolo Jr. has one as well. I don't know, all those stupid cards. But yeah, this thing is pretty busted. If your leader is Blue Baby and your energy is mono blue, when activating counter skill and having Parkinson's, you shake the card a lot. Mono blue with an energy cost of 5 or less, put in your hand, reduce the energy cost of this card by 1. So basically any counter you're playing, it reduces it by 1 if it's mono blue, and it doesn't take away specified cost, so it's not like we can play Dimension Magic for free, but it is still really good because most of the baby stuff isn't completely like 3 specified for a 3 cost, usually 2 specified for a 3 cost. So you can play it for 2 if that makes any sense. But add 1 card from your life to your hand, and then choose 1 card from your hand, place to the bottom of your deck. So you can always set up the bottom of your deck with this. So our first card in here is our Baby Unknown Parasite. So this is the only Unison card we're running in the deck. This is, I like to call this the deck of 3s. Most cards in this deck I'm running at 3. It is a 60 card deck, so it is pretty loaded with counters. But yeah, this thing's pretty good. It's a Unison with a specified cost of 3 blue. The art on it's insane. This is probably one of my favorite looking Unison cards. He's got a +2, draw 1 card, and if your leader is mono blue, choose your one of your leader cards. It gets 15k power and double strike for the turn. Until the start of your next turn, you can activate mono blue cards with counter skills from your hand by choosing 2 cards other than the card you're playing and discarding them instead of paying the energy cost. Like, it is a really good -5, but honestly the +2 just to keep a Unison on board for the free counter plays, like, that's mainly what I'm using this for, and I get to draw 1 card every turn extra. Like, that's the main selling point for this thing. But yeah, really good, must have in the deck. Next we have our Baby Successor of the Tuffle King. So, it's counterattack, negated attack, play this card, don't focus in, perfect. And then when this card is played, you may look at the bottom of your deck. If that card is mono blue with counter skill, you may put that card to your hand. So this is the whole thing with cycling cards to the bottom of your deck. If you were to put it there with the field card, you can grab it, or with the new super combos as well that put stuff to the bottom of the deck, which we are running in this deck as well too. But yeah, this one you have to play for 1 because it does have the 1 specified blue. Next up here we got Baby Body Snatcher. As I said, most things are at 3 in this deck. So negate the attack, then switch one of your mono blue energy to active mode, and then play this card. Overlord, just like the leader as well. So if you're not awakened, this card can actually come out turn 1 because it is a 2 cost. With the field card, it will become 1 because it only has 1 specified blue. Another good option there. Bulla, so this is the other negate. This is just so the only reason you're taking it over the baby, like you don't get an untap energy, but you do get a servant card out. So you do get a 15k swing, and then you can put it to the bottom of your deck if you have an Overlord card out, just so you can draw that card and keep hand advantage over your opponent. So, Super Gohan Baby's minion, counterattack, negate the attack, play this card. So these are getting into the better cards in the deck. It's got Servant, yeah, whatever. We're talking about the auto here. So when this card's played, your opponent can attack for the turn unless they choose 1 card in their hand and place it at the bottom of their deck. Ridiculously good effect, especially that it can come out turn 2. Like, you're already stopping people from attacking, and like, I think that one, as well as a Vegeta we'll get into later on, are probably the 2 best cards in the deck. But Goten Baby's minion, so this is one of the counter plays. So play this card, then if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 4 or less, it's placed at the bottom of the owner's deck instead of being played. There is a baby that does this as well as untapping an energy, so I'm only running this one at 2, but it is another like servant over like something to Overlord as well. This is the one I'm talking about here. They got mixed up, but Baby Diabolical Parasite, play this card, switch one of your mono blue energy to active mode, and if the battle card being played is 4 or less, it's placed in the bottom of the owner's deck instead of being played. Which I think is like the best form of removal, as long as you're not facing another baby deck. I guess with that, they don't really care if it's at the bottom of the deck, but any other deck, they're kind of pretty much screwed if they're not shuffling all the time, and the card they want is bye-bye. But yeah, it's got Overlord as well as most of these baby cards do. Ridiculously good. I run that one at 3. Next one here, it's a counter. So I think there is 3 counters in this deck. But if your leader card is mono blue, switch one of your mono blue energy to active mode, then play this card. And then if your leader is baby, is blue baby, when this card is played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and place it in the bottom of the owner's deck. And again, putting something at the bottom of the owner's deck is always ridiculously good. Counter, obviously it's a little harder to play than a counter play. Mostly every turn someone's going to play something. This, you're just hoping that they have a counter attack to one of your attacks just to bait them out so you can play this card and stuff one of their things at the bottom of their deck. Here is kind of your main start to finishing someone. It's Double Strike, it's Baby the Saiyan Slayer, counter attack, negate the attack, play this card, or counter, play this card. If your leader card is blue baby, you may look at the bottom of your deck. If it's a mono blue card with counter, energy cost less than or equal to your current energy, the current energy other than a copy of this card, you may play it, otherwise return to the bottom of your deck. So this is where you can play basically any counter card as long as you have the energy for it, but you get it once per turn for free. So you're putting stuff to the bottom of your deck with either your super combo, or you put it with Planet Tuffle as well. Yeah, and he has Double Strike, and he gets to put something every turn. He's just like a threat that people focus to get off the board. Here's another 4 cost here. This is Vegeta Ready to Rumble I was talking about earlier in the video. Blocker, counterattack. I don't know what the hell's going on with this camera. I might have to kill my wife again. I mean, baby will. Negate the attack and then play this card. When this card is played, your opponent can't attack for the turn unless they place one of their energy in the drop area. So guess what? You pretty much stop the turn unless someone's insane and doesn't care about their energy. It's late in the game, but if you're playing this turn 3, like the earliest thing come out, you just stop their whole turn. And we're getting into busted card territory. Oh, look at this. God Sealing Technique. Well, it's almost like if you run a blue unison, you're running 4 copies of this card. Most people know what this does, but I'm just going to go over it. So he's counterplay, so he's one of the counterplays from set 10. There's one for each color. This one, yes, it's the best one. You can't activate the counterplay skills of other cards for the turn. So in this deck, kind of sucks doing it first, but there's so many counterattacks and other stuff that, and counter, like, you're fine playing this one. You may discard this card from your hand. If you do, the battle card being played is returned to the owner's hand instead. That's for anything. If it doesn't have deflect, it's going right back to the hand. And then if you want, you can free play it, which, God, I don't know why you would. But the big thing about this card, sure, it's 5 costs, but if you have a unison with 2 or more markers on it, when activating this card's counter skill, it's playing your hand without paying the energy cost. And that's why I said the +2 on that baby unison is ridiculously good for this deck. Okay, so... Sorry, I run 4 of the God Sealing, so that's one of the only cards I'm running at 4. Baby Golden Shower. It's... I don't know if the guys made this had a piss fetish or something, but play this card, then so its counterplay is play this card, and then if the battle card being played has energy cost of 7 or less, is returned to the owner's hand, and then this card gets played. Counter, negate the counter skill and play this card. So when this card's played, draw 1 card, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, placed at the bottom of the owner's deck. And he's triple strike. And he's a monkey. So I'm running him at 3. He's unique, so you only have 1 on the field at a time. But, like, look at him. Look at the actual malice and pain in this guy's eyes. He just wants banana. Okay, now we're getting into some of the spicier stuff in this deck, because I can't make a blue deck without throwing a UI engine in it because I'm stupid. But here we go. We got counterplay. Play this card, counterattack, play this card. So you can use them on counterplay or counterattack. So the cool thing about this card, which made it $100 before it got reprinted, is this card's skills can't be negated from any area from your opponent's skills. So this little buddy's going to always be working, no matter what. And then when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, return it to the owner's hand, and if it's your opponent's turn, draw a card. Simple effect. It's a 4 cost, but it is a mono blue card with counter, so, and it's only got specified cost of 2. It's hard to see there with the camera. So you can play this one for 3. This card for 3 is, yeah, that's no-brainer, throw it in the deck. But I'm running 2 of these. It's our little combo here. So if your leader card is blue and you choose one of your blue battle cards, energy cost of 4, return it to your hand, play this card. Guess what's got an energy cost of 4? This boy right here. So we get our counter back, and we get a 20k body on the field. Like, all I'm hearing in my head is money, 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 money. And guess what that Path to Infinite can go into? Spilled over deck, apparently. But it can go into our Ultra Instinct Sign. Anybody remember this card from set 3? Yeah, me neither. But it's triple strike. Your opponent cannot combo during this card's battle. So, tough luck, kid. If they don't got a negate, it's pretty much game over. And when this card evolves, return all of your opponent's battle cards to their hand. So, bang, right on top. Okay, we're getting into, I guess, the super combos and the extra cards here. So, obviously, 4 of the Vegeta Disciplined Warrior. Not only are these super combos ridiculously good, because they help you recycle your hand, especially for this deck, because I get to put stuff to the bottom with his effect. So, when this card is used in a combo, it gets plus 10k combo power, so kind of like the old super combos where it's 0. And I get to choose 1 card in my hand, place it at the bottom of my deck. If I do, I draw 2 cards. So, Wii U at 4, running 4 Dimension Magics, because why not? I get to untap energy. I know there's the new cards coming in the draft box where you're using a blue counter and you untap an energy, you lose an energy and a life. Yeah, that kind of makes Dimension Magic a lot worse, and some of these cards in the deck, but you aren't relying, like, you usually have a lot of energy in this deck as well, because you aren't playing anything your turn, you're always playing on your opponent's turn most of the time. But for Dimension Magics nonetheless, especially because they are a sparking negate as well. I hate including them, but it's a blue deck, and if it wants to be viable, you gotta run Senzu Bean. I'm only running them at 3. You know what it does, you know what it be, you know the bean. More golden stuff here. Golden Revenge, so if your leader card's blue baby, negate the attack, then choose one of your mono blue cards with counter, and return it to the owner's hand. So, it does what it says it does, just has every card. I don't know why I even said that. My wife's body's still on the floor over there. But choose one of your mono blue battle cards with counter skill and return to your hand. Almost every card in this deck has counter skill, so you can bounce anything back that you want to use again. And to finish it off here, we got 3 Mafubas. You wouldn't think about it, but 1-drop Mafuba is kind of disgusting. You can lock away any one of their cards with just 1 energy. Playtesting online, that's the one that makes everyone crack and go insane. But that's the deck list. If you want to see more, I'll be in prison. I don't know when the police will be showing up, but I have a funny feeling I won't be able to get away. So, you know what? Like, subscribe, and you know what? Maybe I'll make another video in 3 years. See ya.